everyone, Trina Phoenix here, and we're going to get back more into Atlantis. And I've been like asking myself, I'm like, why am I so confused on which way to go with this master teaching? Because I have so many books, and I'm like torn between three different books right now. And I've been going, okay, do I go into Atlantis? And they're like, yes, because after Atlantis, we will discover the esoteric foundations of the new Atlantis, which is America. So I think we're supposed to go through the Atlantis material first so we can understand the new America and the new Atlantis concept when we're going to have that presented in the foundation of the United States of America through an esoteric level. So I've read some of that information. I haven't read it in the alchemy book yet, but I know some of this information, and it was profound. The creation of the United States and the battle between the light and the dark to create our Constitution. You know, our Constitution has 4,440 words. 444. Messenger of God. It was divine, and it was the greatest thing ever created thus far, because it was the first one drafted. In the beginning of the first words, it states, "We, the people." So it was about we instead of me, the king or the leader or the, it wasn't about me, it was about we. So this is the primary foundation of America is freedom and unity through diversity. You can believe what you want, worship what you want, live as you feel, as long as it doesn't harm another or damage another's property, personal property, or no false dealings, no fraudulent contracts, no cheating, stealing. Those laws are always going to be in place, but those are reasonable. And those are, you want to be held accountable if you harm another person, or if you harm their property, or if you participate in false dealings intentionally to harm another person. So these things will always be handled from, they're God's laws, and they're just moral laws, moral code. Most people that are moral, they wouldn't do any of those things anyways. I mean, if you accidentally hurt somebody's property, you would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, can I fix it?" That's the way it should be done. So going back into the Atlantis series, this is where we learn a lot of how Atlantis was operating, and obviously they're taking these two to a journey to sacred sites throughout the world so they can reconnect to their Atlantean genetics and DNA. So we now go back to June 2nd, 1990, and it says, "Kuthumi, I request to be allowed to reestablish a connection to your frequency and receive another transmission. In light and love, I ask that you send me further information regarding our trip to England. Greetings, O daughter of the command. It is I, Kuthumi, coming to your side this evening to honor your request. I am pleased to provide you with a more detailed information regarding your journey to the Great Britain. The journey must come in two parts. The first part must include the direction towards the west, where you will rediscover the energy of the command as it was initiated 2,000 years ago. You will experience the energy of the Grail and the tribute to the most radiant one. We recommend you avail yourselves of each location that directs you to the remembrance of the Holy Grail and the Arthurian legends. The legends of King Arthur, I think is what that means. This is of prime importance on this trip, for it is in these vortexes of the divine that you will discover the necessary steps that link your beginningness with the design of the Templar. to link your beingness with the design of the Templar. The second part of your journey must conclude in Dover. There you will receive a shot in the arm, so to speak, as you participate in the etheric victory of the courageous. The ones who initiated that point into action nearly 50 years ago. The current of the energy there has been reactivated in recent months. The etheric is now ready to project patriotism, honor, courage, and dedication into your Akashic records. You both will experience a programming on etheric that you will not forget. Your journey will contain the boost of perseverance you both have been waiting to receive. Perseverance. On your way, it would prove wise and worthy to stop in Canterbury, for there is much wisdom that can be assimilated from that stop as well. The magic of this location is still alive. Perhaps you might even experience the delight of your lives in this location. That remains for you to determine and create if you recognize the opportunities and the occurrences once you have arrived. The knowledge of Stonehenge must be restored in the world. It must be taken seriously. Therefore, your time in this location must consist of a minimum 30 minutes. This time will allow the masters to work within your shields, to program you with the codes necessary for connecting to the Templar within the heaven. Wow. The star system that made the monument the glorious achievement it is are still alive in the heavens. Recapture that knowledge and move only clockwise around its structures. As you approach it, this will allow the perfect alignment of energy currents to connect to the neuron structures within your etheric bodies. In this motion of energy, you will not upset your DNA and RNA flow of electrons. Following these procedures will only enhance the strength of the currents. So recapture that knowledge and move only clockwise around its structure as you approach. Wow. We cannot stress these directions enough. Funny, I felt the importance of that, and then they state, we cannot stress these directions enough. It is also imperative that you journey to Stonehenge first. Now, you guys know you can do this remotely and astrally. You don't actually need to go to the physical location. You can travel in your light body, and you can do all of these things. So, this will prepare you for the rest of your journey, as it will establish the motion for your programming that will continue for the entire trip. The Thames is important, for it connects the past to the present. It represents the journey of the soul in its light body as it moves from the source to the creator of all. Ooh. I'm going to read that one more time. It represents the journey of the soul in its light. This is Thames, and there's a fountain there. People drink from this fountain. So, for it connects the past to the present. It represents the journey of the soul in its light body as it moves from the source to the creator of the all. Ooh, above source, like oversoul. Both etheric and not visible. Interesting. Okay. The water there will give you strength. Right from the beginning, wash your hands in its liquid. Should you get the opportunity, the renewal will bring you truth and fresh commitment to England and all that she has stood for from the beginning of time. Glastonbury will be the highlight for the renewal of the vows to the command. It will bring life to the blood that is in your veins, and it will announce to the world that the beginning and the end are all within this moment of time. Access the many points that renew the legends of Arthur and Merlin. Take advantage of the hillsides that you once meditated upon so many centuries ago. Believe in your hearts that this moment is truth, and all truth shall be revealed to you. This concludes the agenda for the journey soon to come. We will stress again that this journey is one of the utmost importance for the future of planet Earth. It takes the plan from the esoteric to the physical dimensions of time and space. We will walk beside you every step of the way. Listen to your inner commands, dear hearts, and move with the divine. The path is glorious and straight. Once you complete this challenge and the adventure in August and September of your Earth year, I remain your father and guide. I am Kathumi Adonai. Sacred Journey to Atlantis. Continuing with the second message. Everything became even more suspenseful. Both messages were filled with the mystery and intrigue. It was clear that Kathumi was a master of psychology, as he wove the symbolism keys and the codes within the lines provided, directions for the trip. So within the directions are the instructions. To interpret the full significance of each message, Norma would have to ask Kathumi hundreds of questions, which she knew she did not have time to do. Also knowing that Kathumi's writing style, the fact that his title is World Teacher. This made her aware that to undertake such a process would be fruitless. While he undoubtedly would answer each question with great fluency and eloquence, each new answer would also be presented in such a way that she and Rudy would have to figure out the meaning on their own. Kathumi has not entered the title of World Teacher without good reason. It is Kathumi's job to empower individuals upon the earth and assist them to become masters. All good teachers understand the importance of not giving away answers too easily to their students, making the students use their own minds and exercise intuition. This is the process that all excellent teachers use when empowering their students. Kathumi is an excellent teacher. Therefore, Norma and Rudy were pleased in the position of the two people with the treasure map. They were placed in the position of two people with a treasure map, trying to discover the clues that would lead them to the treasure. When enough time had passed, they had exhausted their own interpretations of what Kuthumi had meant in the message on England. Norma returned to the computer and requested information regarding another segment of the trip to Egypt. July 1st, 1990. Kuthumi, I welcome your transmission this evening. Please come through and provide with me additional information on the journey to Egypt. Good evening, O daughter of light. I thank you for honoring my request, and I will indeed take this opportunity to provide you and yours with additional information on your upcoming journey to Egypt. I think the journey will be one of much excitement and dread. The excitement will come from your reliving the past and remembering the events you once created. The dread will come from the heat. So we request that you surround yourself with much blue. If you do, you will not notice the intensity as much as you believe you will now. Trust me as I speak truth. The journey from Aswan will include reliving the past and creating the future all in one moment of time. It will culminate with a tour of the temples of Luxor and Karnak, and it will provide details you will need when you return. Take the information given in these areas very seriously, for there is a coding there, and you need to understand this awaits your interpretation of the symbols. In these areas, please note the colors used inside the temples and the tombs. Know that these were very powerful vortexes in their day, and that they symbolized entry into different dimensions of time and space. These magical works were designed by the gods to be placed where all knowledge was restored and provided for eternity. In this civilization, there were many truths that cannot be denied even today. The symbolism you will experience will be of a different kind when you arrive in these locations. The symbols will contain a special vibration that is such that if you meditate on them, your inner consciousness will move doors that block your present-day consciousness from retrieving them. These symbols there will reunite the spirit of your higher selves with the physical world in which you live. They will decode the meaning of life, and they will provide direction that you need to accomplish the building of the Templar. To accomplish the building of the Templar. Interesting. This truth is also, take this part of the journey more seriously than any part of your tour. Know that you will have been prepared in the Temple of Isis, and that the molecular structures that contain your genetic memory will have been redesigned. Know that all the information acquired after visiting the Temple of Isis will be that which is necessary to fulfill your mission in this lifetime. You will understand once you are there. You will also know the meaning of life, as it will be fulfilled within the days to follow. The journey into the Great Pyramid of Giza will culminate the journey. It is fitting that you and the others should make your final ascensions towards your mission in this part of the world and in the vortex that created the Master on earth. Known, it is still active, but not to the degree that it was many centuries ago. This is not of consequence, for the energies from within will reactivate the souls. Take the respect that you once knew within. Take the respect that you once knew in the former lifetimes into these points. Remember the calling and the programming from the God force that describes your obligations to the people of Earth. Know that the plan is being fulfilled and that you and the others are once again journeying to the highest point of consciousness that the world could ever offer. Wow. To journey to the highest points of consciousness that the world could ever offer. In this journey, allow yourselves the opportunity to understand how the people of Egypt live today and thank them for their simple ways. Know that they are truly the keepers of the energy and that it is their dedication that has made all of this possible for you and the others to go there. Know that they will remember when they see you. There is much to say about this, but at a later time. I say no more on this matter for now. I only wish to allow you the time to contemplate these words. Thank you again, my College of the Command, for honoring my request. I retire now and send you love and admiration of the entire galactic fleet. Adonai. Approximately 2 weeks later, another transmission was received, giving further clarification on the upcoming trip. July 13th, 1990. We will resume there. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I hope you're enjoying this. I love it, and it's reactivating me. So thank you for taking this journey with me. Namaste, and I love you all. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.